Okay, this is something that I have had for a while. I've had this since October, November last year. Stainless steel, polished, radiator core support cover. Okay, comes with the bolts and washers and hardware to replace your original bolts. Okay, got it from Dixie Monte Carlo. It's about 80 bucks. Okay, added this on there. Now I can add it on here because I'm pretty much that close to having this thing going. The only thing that's going to keep me from actually having this on the road is my check engine light. It does not want to come on. The car ran crappy, it stayed on. Now that everything's legit, it's cool, brand new stuff, it don't want to turn on for nothing. So I'm going to have to probably put it in the electrical shop. When I bought this, I was thinking it was a cover, a piece that went between here, between the header and here. Yeah, excitement kind of took over there for me for a second there. You know, I seen it chrome polished, you know, and, you know, I figured 80 bucks, wow, it's not bad, stainless steel polished to cover that, all this ugly sight, you know. This little piece that you see here, this is my emergency fill valve. Okay, it's a Schrader valve, you know, little air valve going to a 1/4 inch air line. So in case of an emergency, I can bypass the valves and just pump air into the bags and lift it up in case something goes wrong with the valves. So I'm going to tie that in to the 1/4 inch air line, which goes to my gauges, and I'm going to do the same thing for the back. I got another one of those valves on order, and I might not have it for about another week or so, but I've got plenty of 1/4 inch air line. What I also managed to do, I've been working on little things, little tiny things, trying to get this all done. Epoxied a nut inside there, kind of drilled that out a little bit because the threads that were original on there were wrong. So I just drilled it out. You know, took a rubber mallet, hammered the bolt in there to get the shape, and then used a 2-part epoxy. Some really good, it's a SEM epoxy from work. And I moved my temperature gauge probe. That was in the head, but I took the original probe that was in the head for the light on the dash and put that back in its place and put this here. Because I'm kind of an anal person, I wanted that light mainly for one reason. I have a pretty good peripheral vision, okay, and my peripheral vision is what you can see from your left to your right by staring ahead. Okay, as you guys can see, my gauges are in the center console, even though they're white and they got LEDs in them too. But I don't want to spend too much time taking my eyes off, not even for a split second, even 2 or 3 seconds, trying to read that temperature to make sure that I'm reading it right. You know, especially if I'm in heavy traffic. You know, if I'm overheating, I got LEDs in all my locations for lights. Okay, that light right there is why I put the original probe back in the head. If that light comes on, I will know. You know, it's like a red dot on your forehead, you know, that light comes on. Same thing with like when the check engine light comes on and you're driving and all of a sudden you see a light off to your side, you're wondering what it is. That was the main reason why I decided to put that there, and I moved that probe. Okay, plus it was a benefit for me. My uncle recored my heater core, and he also redid my radiator. He recored this too, retanked it all. My uncle owns a radiator shop, so because we're family, he did it for me for free. Told him I was willing to pay him, but, you know, out of his kind heart, you know, he's in his 2nd car club. He used to belong to Unlimited Car Club. He's got one show quality car, 78 Monte Carlo, jet black, plush interior, red flaked out top, T-tops, called Black Widow. Used to roll with Unlimited. Now he rolls with Viejitos. His car was in the April magazine, I believe, back in 91, 92. So, you know, I don't have connections. I'm not trying to say I'm hooked up. I'm doing my own thing. This is something that I'm doing on my own. I'm going rogue on this. So, you know, I just asked my uncle for advice, and if I'm willing to ask him for help, I'll ask him for help if he's got the time. If not, no big deal. I'll just have to wait it out. But all in all, he's waiting for this thing to come out too. He's curious as to see what it's gonna look like. So it's my guy. That's my updates. Besides Scold Monty 84, I know you have one of these hoses. You know, it's been in for a while, and I kind of had doubts about it at first. I got this one at Pet Boys. First time I put it on, this end, it just blew off. The adapters they gave me were so slick and smooth, this end just popped off. So what I did was I took my original radiator hose and I cut it and I slipped it over the adapter that they gave me, and I just cranked on the little can't even think what now, the fasteners that they gave you. I just cranked on them down hard. So if anybody else has these in your car, if you've ever had a problem with them, let me know. I haven't had a problem with it yet so far, so knock on wood, God forbid. You know, but I've heard from a couple people that they don't trust them. They've heard they leak. You know, they say they know guys that say they leak, so who knows? Maybe because they just rigged it or something. But I am planning on putting one at the bottom too. So yeah, I don't like that slip over braided stuff. That stuff's just whack. This stuff, I figure, since it's polished stainless steel, it'll help release the heat a lot more too. I mean, I already got enough as it is. You know, as you guys see, there ain't nothing in front. I ain't got AC. 16-inch fan from Summit. So that's pretty much it. That's my little update. Stay tuned.